Waterton Lake in 1938. Soon you'll see what looks like a classic Chris Craft wooden speedboat of the 1930s. They were real gems. This is Lake Linnet, no longer used for swimming. Waterton Lake was far too cold in those days. It was my first nature class as we watched thousands of tadpoles. Sometimes we called them sperms. Gradually, as summer progressed, the little tadpoles would turn into little wee frogs. It was quite an exciting time. How I loved it when we would rent the little cart, pulled by a Shetland pony, and wander around the Townsite. I'm Bruce, wearing the hat. John Patterson is driving. There's also Sister Betty Ellen and Ed Rice. Dad took us over to Ed Shrimp's hitch rack in the center of town and got us acclimatized to horses. Note the roads were oiled in those days, no hard surfacing then. Finally, we were able to strike out on our own. Our favorite horses, as I remember, Rocky and White Cloud. In those days, you could wander around the town site. There were also a few trails off-road where you got up to a gallop. The fish ponds were located near Cameron Falls. This was part of the National Parks conservation program of that time. In the summer of 1940, Dad's second cousin, Holly Haig, was one of many Dad's friends who he was pleased to show the fish ponds to. Eva Hutchins, Frank Calder, Mum, Brian, and John Patterson are seen in this segment. A few years later, YMCA Camp in Usby Lodge would burn down. In January 1950, there were plans to rebuild it, but it never happened. Here we see Betty Ellen and Audrey Patterson approaching a playing field. It was the war years, and this small bay and what looks like Bill Myers' boat gave us the opportunity to play commandos. I see Bruce and Brian. The rest are unknown soldiers. Contact me if you know who they are.